2 bopsteady, but 3's a crowd. Before we talked about Walmart shenanigans with Merman, and now there's some Target shenanigans with 2 bopsteady. So 2 bopsteady, the pre-order was set for like originally October, and then they changed it to November 3rd. November 3rd came, my order was placed on back order, then it was pushed back again. Usually with previous deluxes, you could find them in store on release date, just cancel your online order, but no stock was showing in the app. Today, a friend of mine, he had them scan the code, look up in the stock. Sure enough, they had multiples in the back. They got some out, and bada bing, bada boom, canceled my online order, and we have 2 bopsteady in hand. I think we can just drop the exclusives. I'm sure they fund the line and they do wonders, but for the consumer, they totally suck. Anyways, 2 bopsteady. Look at this freaking beautiful card art. You have different art of both of them, looking wild, looking fierce. Ooh, 2-headed mutant monstrosity, 2 bopsteady, what a name. This does have the final Build-A-Figure pieces for Metal Boto, so we'll be able to put him together complete. Just fantastic. Look at this artwork. You have Leo, He-Man, and they're just going to town. I don't know what all the stuff in the background is, what they're fighting over. What was it, like nuclear bomb? Okay, look what all you get for Metal Boto. You get the antenna, a hand, the drill, the arm, the 2 feet. Yeah, so to complete Metal Boto, you will need to have gotten Splinter Skull, Mouse Jaw, and Slaker. Plus 2 bopsteady, of course. And then look at that. I just love that flap. Ugh. This guy does come with a good amount of accessories. I mean, I guess he's cheating because he's a deluxe with Metal Boto, but the value's definitely there. And then, I wasn't even paying attention, you can actually take all his gear off. So he not only has the shirt, but he has the little bandolier thing. So that's wild. Of course, he does come with an art card, not a comic. So this beautiful freaking art card. 2 bopsteady, 2-headed mutant monstrosity, mutagen powers, Bebop, Punk Pork Powerhouse, Warthog of Wanton Mayhem, Rocksteady, Rhino ready to rampage, puts the tusk in destruction. Clever. And then 2 bad fusion, twice the power, twice the hatred for each other. Man, look at that. That's just stellar freaking artwork. Absolutely love that. Of course, it comes with the little instructions, which show you what all can pop off. Really, I mean, kind of confusing here what they're going for, because the legs do come off. I wouldn't necessarily recommend taking the legs off, and you're going to see why. But, yeah, hands going nuts. Let's dig in. Remarkably, they may have heard all my complaining about the ties. This figure only comes with 2 ties. You have one down here. I think it was just holding in the chain thing, and you have one up top holding in the sword. Otherwise, no ties. Ooh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's get him out. Here's one of my biggest problems. This freaking leg, it's way too loose. But look how... Oh, it didn't pop off this time. This leg's been, you see? Yep. It's just like coming off on the ball peg. So it doesn't like fall off. It's just annoyingly loose where it comes off when I don't want it to. So I guess I'll do some thickening there. But this guy is freaking gorgeous. Now, he's not the big body, like the giant body deluxe. He's on a normal body. It's bigger, kind of, to accommodate the 2 heads, which is an interesting choice, right? But the details on him, he's got the turtle shell armor thing. He's got all these, like, knives, the holster. It's quite the beautiful package here. And then, of course, he comes with, one of the Krang style mace chain thingies. Everything else aside from this cool sword, which lots of great detail on there. Obviously, I have too many characters in the shot. Lots of great detail. And it's like a chainsaw sword. Lots of cool nicks and stuff. I love that. Every other piece is the Metal Boto stuff. So you have, the feet, right foot, left foot, and they are labeled, which is very, very nice. The extra arm, cool like lightning bolt thing, the hands, an extra hand, which is super fun if you want like it's a closed grip. Classic metalhead antenna piece. You always need a drill, which I think is also very classic metalhead. So, let's put Metal Boto together, right? Before we go on, because this is where the Three's a Crowd comes in. Is it one figure, but it unlocks a whole other figure? And I know some folks they're not hot on the Build-A-Figure, but for me, it's so rewarding. Like I've been all in on the whole line. I think the deluxes are fantastic. So being able to get Metal Boto, I think it's cool. I think they did it right. And actually, he's all together. Look, here's his... So cool. Of course, you can, if you like, cover up that. But I think it's so cool. And then all the gear, if you want, you can just, like, plug it on to the freaking shell if you're not going to use it. The drill. Yeah, the drill. There we go. Hold on. Look at him. Look at him. That is just freaking sick. And one of the cool things is he comes with these two little like hand pieces. They're actually for if you want him to be able to hold, and they're the normal hand pegs, but on Metal Boto they're like super tight. See, you gotta put him in there, but his hands come out. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's where, you know, if you want to do a drill hand, shabam, shabowie. And if you want to do, I like, personally, you take Mouse Jaw's Flame Effect hand, and you're getting just Metal Boto going to town. Of course, you can get even crazier, where it's like, you know, you're getting, it's a drill arm, but it's also a gun arm, and then it's like an axe arm and flamethrower arm. So he's just ridiculously kitted out, little robot attachment, and then so he can pick up all the good tunes. Ugh, are you kidding me? And then this part is cool. I don't know what this really is necessarily for, right? But if you want him to have an extra long arm, it's a closed grip. So I don't know what's going in there, other than if you want him to be able to hold like the axe. So it's something like that. But the Metal Boto, Metalhead Boto Build-A-Figure, I think this is a 10 out of 10 home run. I loved it. All the deluxe figures that went into making him, super rad. Getting the deluxe figures has not been super rad, because those are the store exclusives. So let's put Metal Boto back there. And then we'll go back to, allegedly, the star of the show. Incredible. And again, he is a regular figure. So he's going to just pair with everyone and do the holster on the sword, which is fantastic. And then, of course, if you want, you can swap out to do the Krang style mace. And this is like, it's that soft rubber, but they did it nice and golden. A nice chain. I love this guy. This guy is rad. It would be cool if they come back and we get separate Bebop and Rocksteady figures, but having just the villain crew, so now we can have like the proper TMNT setup with Krang, Shredder, everybody's home. You can even do, what if Shredder and Krang were mutated together? You can get a little peek of that. I think that's super fun as we get into a little bit of Swap City here. Obviously, with two heads, you got to do two long necks, right? This is the King long neck Freako. Perfect. Perfection. The gray even goes with Mechanex's head. A lot of the swaps are going to be head swaps, right? So you get Raph and Donnie together in one body. Two turtle. I don't know what you call him. It's fun, though. And then more of Shredder and Krang on one body. That's just super fun. Shredder does match. I think it's cool. Shredder and Krang trapped together. They'd be miserable. They're a power couple. Yeah. Now, he is, on the swaps, he is going to be a tad more limited. Let me show you why. Because I mean, I guess some things we could fudge if we do some live swaps, but here's the interesting part. So this thing, kind of tight, but the harness, which is very cool on the details there, that comes off. And then he's wearing like a ripped shirt. That also comes off, which is really cool. Actually, well, kinda. You can... stuff like this, you might be able to force a few things, but you do want to be careful. Because, you know, that too badness. Have they ever made, like, other too bads? And yeah, it's going to be hard to get the heads on. That's almost like he's got, like, crab eyes. So that kind of works. So the Swap City is limited. You're mostly fooling around with the heads and stuff, right? Why not? Swap the heads. Maybe things got a little gnarly. I don't know. This figure is super fun. The detail, the jaw does not articulate. That's locked in there. But the detail on each head is very, very nice. I think this is just a super fun figure. Whoever thought of putting two bopsteady together on Too Bad, genius. And I assume they're going to be using this buck now to get Too Bad bodies. I do want to say one thing. I've ran into this a lot with the heads. It's like the more you swap them, like that peg, I don't know if it heats up or what, but they get like, it's weird because you get like a really tight connection, but then it's like oddly a little floppy. There's the leg popping off. Overall, though, I think for what I believe is the first TMNT Build-A-Figure, I can't think of any other ones. Heat Boys is technically doing like a Build-A-Van, but a proper TMNT Build-A-Figure, I don't know, fucking ADHD brain. This... Anybody follow that train of thought? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The two, whatever. He's part of the Build-A-Figure line. So as a whole, I think they did this fantastically. Having two bopsteady culminate the Build-A-Figure with our glorious Metal Boto. So now I have two complete figures. And Metal Boto is just so good on his own. Just, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think what they've done with Turtles of Grayskull is freaking fantastic. I would love to get another Build-A-Figure, which at this point they'd have to crack out a lot more, but I want more figures. So yeah, hopefully you guys can get him. Again, go to your Target, ask them to scan the code, the barcode in their system. I'll also put up like the UPC, whatever those numbers. Because the app just, as of this moment, isn't showing the stock. I don't know what they're doing with the release on these. I don't know why it's so hard to get sometimes. But yeah, just go there. I had a pre-order. I canceled it once I got it in store. And yeah, he's out. So thanks again for watching. The future for Turtles of Grayskull, I just want more and more. Because these are just so stinking fun. Take care of yourselves.